So welcome back, and we're going to pick up where we left off from last time. And if you remember, we logged onto the account, and then we created a new user called the admin. So I would strongly encourage you to add an MFA for the root account and also the admin account, since I'll be using these accounts a lot for the next few weeks, and I don't want to constantly looking at my mobile phone for the two-factor authentication. But it is very, very important. I can't stress this enough. So please go ahead and add an MFA to these accounts. And the way you do that is not, it's very simple. So for example, let me show you where you need to add that. If you go to IAM, so go to the users and then go to admin. And so if you go to the security credentials here, it even AWS even wants saying enabled without MFA. So I think if you click here, it's going to take you right there, right? So you can use the authenticated app is the simplest way to do that. And just give it a name. And then actually, let's say Rajat. Um, you can use a few authenticator apps, which you can see from here. And then all you have to do is once this QR code is shown, you can just scan it, and then you can scan that code using the mobile phone app, and it will display an MFA code, and you can just add the two consecutive codes, and you will have the MFA set up. So next time when you log in, you will have to type in the 6-digit code to log into the account. So I strongly encourage that. Please do not continue without that. But all my accounts are pretty short term, meaning once I do the recording, I'll be deleting it. So I'll not be doing it for the sake of time. So what are we going to be doing today, right? So we have an account, we have an admin user, and we will enable an organization feature in this account. Like I said in the initial whiteboarding session, so we will have an organization account, and then we'll have three different accounts which we'll be creating from this organization account called the production account, QA account, and then also development account. This is just to set the stage for continuing our IIM video series, right? So I thought it'll be a good practice to have this experience beforehand, and also all these accounts set up so that when we continue to do anything, we can always use the same kind of a lab structure, which is easy for all of us, right? So now that I gave the theory, let's go and get an organization set. So this is a very, very important service, and many big organization, I mean, have an organization set up, right? I mean, it's a confusing term, organization, right? But let's go ahead and click on this one. It's a global service, as you can see. It says global here. And so organization lets you group your different AWS accounts as needed, right? So a lot of big companies have like hundreds of accounts. I know companies even have 10,000, 2,000, 20,000 accounts. And managing these accounts is not trivial task, all right? You need to enforce policies. You need to control the perimeter of different accounts. And for security purposes, you need a way to be able to create buckets or directories, and then put these accounts in a certain bucket so that you can tightly control who can access to these accounts, right? We will be seeing all those and much more in this series. But for now, our focus is to learn about IAM, which is the fundamental security in AWS. So anything in AWS, you need IAM. And so we're going to be learning the fundamentals of that. So all this is just to set the stage to continue where we want to go. So it's creating an organization is very, very simple. Just create an organization here. And by default, there is a root organization, and then our account, which we created, it's called the management account here, right? So it says you successfully created an organization. It's as simple as that, right? So while I'm here, I'm also going to be creating a couple of buckets, or in AWS terms, it's called organization units. Don't get bogged down with the name. It is a bucket where you can put multiple accounts inside that, and also you can enforce policies so that every account inside that organization unit will be bounded by those policies, right? So how do I create an organization account? I think it's fairly simple. So it's organization unit, create a new one. I'm going to be creating a new tree. Let's call it dev, and it's under the root. I'm going to click on the root again, and then you can also create a sub nested OUs, but we won't doing that right now. Create a new one, and let's call it QA, and click on the root one, and then let's create the last one, which is the prod. We'll also be creating 3 new accounts which will go under these buckets. So let's see, we have a dev, prod, QA, and the main management account. This is the most important account, and this is where we'll be doing a lot of our stuff. And this has control over every other account, which you'll also see. So I'm going to stop here. My goal is to create bite-sized videos, but as we go along, I think some of our videos may go 20 to 30 minutes. But at least for the initial ones, for you to get started, I want to keep it short and sweet. Okay, I'm going to stop here, and when we come in next time, we are going to be enabling another interesting feature in this management account, and you will see what that is. Right? See you until that. See you.